Hello, we are going to explore base 5. And why am I doing this before I begin? I teach a class that is for future elementary school teachers, and we're going to explore other bases instead of what we are used to, which is base 10. And why? Well, we're going to add and subtract in a different base, and we're going to feel uncomfortable, and that is how our students, our young students in elementary school, feel when we first show them how to add and subtract in base 10. So we're going to feel that. And all right, so what if we didn't have 10 digits? What if we only had 5? What if we were only working with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4? A life without 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. How would we add and subtract? How would we come to see these digits and bring them together with addition and subtraction? So first we're going to have to look at place value. Okay, so place value in base 10, which is what we're familiar with. We've got the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place, right? So these are powers of 10. Okay, so really in the ones place, we've got 10 to the 0 power. The tens place is 10 to the first power. And then the next power of 10 is my 10 to the second power, which is my 100, right? And then the thousands, 10 to the third, right? The thousands digits. So when we have a number in a digit in each place value, really, if I had, a 2 here, that would be 2 times 1,000. It would represent 2,000. So moving to base 5, it would be powers of 5. So it would really be my ones. Okay, and now instead of a 10 here, I have 5 units here. My 5s. And then, so again, this would be 5 to the 0. This would be 5 to the 1. And this would be 5 to the 2, which is 25s. Or 2 5s. I should say 25s. I'm going to write that like this so we can visualize it. Then 5 to the third power would be 5 to the third power is 125s. Okay, so our place value is going to look a lot different here in base 5, and you might already begin to feel uncomfortable here, but let's work with it. Let's see what we can do. Quickly, I just have a visual here of what I just explained in base 5. Also, you can do it in base 6. You can be in different bases. It's the same thing as if we were in base 10. So we have a visual, but I'm going to move on. All right. So this top part here kind of shows our visual of what I just explained, my place value with the 5s. So really what I have here is I have 3 5s and 4 1s. And what that really is, in base 10, I should say, is 3 times 5 because I have 3 5s, right? And then I have 4 1s, so it really would be the same as 19. Let's look at another one. So for this one, again, these numbers are going to be read 1, 3, 2, and we're in base 5. So I've got 1, 3, 2, and I write a little 5 to show that I'm in base 5. All right. So I have, what do I have? I have my 1s, right? I have these are 5s, and these are 25s, right? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is rewrite this in base 10. So what do I have? I have 1 25. Okay, I have 3 5s, and I have 2 1s, like this. And so going to base 10, it's going to look like 25, right? Plus 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2, and I'm going to get, this is 40 plus 2, I'm going to get 42 in base 10. So you kind of want to note, when I'm writing in base 5, make sure you have a little 5. And base 10, if you don't write anything, we assume it's in base 10. Okay? All right, let's take a base 5 number and write it in base 10 again. Okay, so I have 2, 1, 3 in base 5. Okay, so these are my 1s, these are my 5s, these are my 25s, right? I can make note of that. 25s, these are my 5s, these are my 1s. All right? So what is that? 2 times 25, we're going to base 10 now. 2 times 25 plus 1 times 5, I have 1 5. I have 3 1s, 3 times 1. There we have it. And then this is going to be 50. This is going to be 5. 50 plus 5 plus 3. We're going to get 58 in base 10. Okay. Let's go the other way this time. So now I'm going to try to go from 81 in base 10, that's a 10, to base 5. Well, how would I do that? I'm asking myself, okay, I've got these place values, right? Remember, I've got my 1s, my 5s, and then my 25s. Okay, and then I might even need a 125, but actually, so I'm asking myself, how many 25s will fit into 81? And if this number 81 was bigger than 125, I would need another place value because I could fit a 125 into that 81, okay? Well, I can fit 3 25s, right? Now we're going backwards now. 3 25s would get me to 75. I'm close to 81, but I need a 5. I need a 5 that will get me to 80. So I need 1 5, and I need 1 1 to get to 81. All right, and this is in base 5. So let's double check. What did I just do? I've got 3 25s, right? Plus I've got 1 in the 5s place. I have 1 5. See where I'm getting that from? Okay, and I have 1 1. So that's 1 times 1. And here I am at 75 plus 5 plus 1 gets me back to that 8110. So the answer is 3115. All right, let us try to add in base 5. So there's multiple ways to do it. I'm going to ultimately draw a picture, but let me talk through if I just was doing this with a traditional model of carrying the 1, if you will. I would have 3 plus 3, I'd do my 1s place, and I would get 6, but remember there is no 6 anymore, right? So 3 plus 3 is 6, but really what that is, it's 1 5 that needs to be carried over and 1 1. Okay, then here I've got 4 and 2 is 6, I have 7, but really what that is 1 5, and there's 2 left over, right? And then here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is my answer. Now this might feel very uncomfortable, and it should. So imagine being a student learning your base 10. It's equally uncomfortable for them. So why not, let's try that method that we talked about last time. We drew a picture. So I'm going to represent 200 with 2 boxes. 2 boxes for 200. My 5, which are my 5s. Oh, I shouldn't have said 200 because we're in base 5 now. 4, these are each going to represent the 5s place. This represents the 25s place, not, I don't want to say 100 anymore. The 4 is going to represent my 5s place, and then I have 3 1s. Okay, 2 4 3, 2 4 3, did it. This is going to be 1 2 and 1 2 3. And now the rule that we need to know, because we're in base 5, is that every time I have 5 units, I need to carry it over into the next place value, because 5 1s is a 5, 5 5s is a 25, right? Whew, it's very easy to misspeak during this, but I'll try my best. Okay, so I've got 1 2 3 4 5. I'm going to carry those over, and they will go here, and I'll have 1. This one is what's left over. Okay, now I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Remember, there's no more 7s. Okay, every time I have a group of 5, it gets carried over. So 1 2 3 4 5. 5 5s is a 25. Okay. So what's left over here is 2. Okay. Then I have 1 2 3 4. I've got the same answer, 4 2 1, and don't forget your little 5 here. So here, why do we do this, right? If we're going to teach young students, I think what in the class that I teach, we start to see this value of doing the picture, because this is kind of uncomfortable to do this for the first time, and then you start to feel like you can really rely on this picture. And I think that that's something that's interesting to think about, the perspective of young students learning in base 10 for the first time. Okay, let's do subtraction. We're going to take away. Now this looks a little bit different, okay? I'm going to draw my picture. Let me draw it, and then to save time, you don't have to watch me draw. Okay, so I drew 2, 2, 3. That's the top number. And now I'm trying to take away 1, 3, 4 from each place value. Okay, I start with my ones. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to take away 4. I don't have enough, so I'm going to borrow. All right, this is moving over. Here, this really represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, right? Did I write that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm taking away 4. How to show that? I'm going to cross them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, now I have 1 in this place value. I'm going to take away 3. I don't have enough. I need to borrow. Remember this? Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I can take away 3. So take away 1, 2, 3, and I'm left with 3. See how this is working? All right, and then here I've got 1, and I'm taking away 1. So I am done. That is the end. 3, 4 in base 5. All right, one last thing. Let's say I'm trying to do 4, 3 in base 5 plus 2, 4 in base 5. So I'm going to represent the 5's place, or where that 4 is, right, in yellow. And then the 1's place is going to be orange. All right, and then let's say if we had to go into the 25s, we'll make it red. All right, we're going to add. So this is 4, 3 in base 5. And then I'm going to add, right, 4 for my, that's going to be my 2, 4. 2, 4. Okay, and we're adding them now. So now we put them all together. And this is kind of fun for students. Now, we know the rule, though. If I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have to carry those over into the 5s. And I need to put another 5 here. And now if I added these together, I would have the 4 and the 2, but then I have the extra one now, right, because I carried. Okay, so then every time I have a group of 5, I have to move it over into the next place value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 would carry over, and I said that 25s would be red, and so that my final answer is 1, 2, 2. So fun things to do here. And thank you. I think I'm going to be done for this one. It's a long one. And if you like it, hit subscribe on my YouTube page. Why not? Thank you.